A few years ago, I started reflecting on my own life and deciding that I want a change. I was graduating high school and I was not happy with where my life was. I had a 2.8 GPA coming out of high school. I was going to um, it was a 4-year college, but the acceptance rate to that school was about like probably 96%. I had barely any good habits. I had low self respect, and I had to make a change. So, what did I do? I started out in the gym. I was pretty consistent with that senior year, and I did work out with my girlfriend at the time. And, but it was not enough for me. So, I learned about reading and I learned about journaling, and I tried to stay consistent with those habits. I read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, the David Goggins book. I forgot what it's called. Um, I read Think and Grow Rich. I read The Millionaire Fast Lane. I read um, the Habit book. What is that called? Oh my gosh. I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I've read multiple other books. I have journaled multiple times in multiple different journals. I think I'm on my one, two, three, fourth or fifth journal right now. And those were basic self improvement habits that I have decided to take on. And when it comes to habit stacking, I learned about Catholicism as well. I was brought into the church by friends, and I learned about Catholicism, decided I wanted to convert, and then I left my friend, basically. It was a location change. I transferred schools, and I found myself at this new school. But in all of these habits that I'm mentioning, there was a lonely chapter in this, like in all the habits. In the gym, when I was no longer with my ex, I had gone to the gym by myself for a very long, extended amount of time. When it came to going to church on Sundays, I would go by myself for a very long, extended period of time. When it came to reading and talking about books with friends, I thought I was on my own. I didn't want to talk to other people. When it came to journaling, that is honestly something that you do on your own. But these habits like gym and going to church and having these social experiences where you can connect with other like-minded people who are growing and on the same path as you, that is very important to your development as a young man. So as I've continued to go through these my journey as a developing young man, I have picked up habits like going to adoration 2 or 3 times a week, or doing a holy hour. Basically, that's what that is. Um, Picking up prayer habits, picking up a habit of going to the gym at 6 a.m. every weekday. Picking up, um, you know, the habits of content creation, which I am doing now, and I yeah, I'm a little I need to get momentum going for me to be able to create content creation friends. Um, but I've talked to other people, aligned friends that about content creation yet, or so far. So I was not where I wanted to be in the last few years. I would take on these challenges and take on all these habits by myself, and it was long. It was lonely, and I did not believe that I needed anyone else to push myself. And now look at my life now. Every time I go to the gym at 6 a.m., I have friends who are there. I meet up with them, work out with my friend Braden every morning. We see each other. I see a couple other people that I recognize, and I say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well." Catch up with them. When it comes to adoration, twice a week. First time I see a bunch of people that I've met through showing my face up there. And then when it comes to Thursdays, the other time of the week, I bring friends along with adoration to me, or as what I bring I bring friends with me to adoration. When it comes to mass, I also bring friends with me to adoration and create groups. During these habit building times, you believe that you can take everything on by yourself and that you don't need a support system and that you don't need any help from anyone. You think you can just raw dog it by yourself, do it all by yourself. And I mean, simply that's not the case, because aligned friendships, they boost the quality of your life dramatically. They are like blind spots to the habits, or they uncover blind spots to the habits that you are already partaking in. They deliver insights that you may not have already thought of, or simply they're just fun to be around. They help you increase your social skills, but you're not using them to level up. You're there to have a good time with one another and to grow towards your own similar goals, which in the gym would be getting stronger, and adoration, and talking about prayer after adoration. You talk about the insights that you had when it comes to church, talking about the insights of what you learned from either the homily, the sermon, or like the different insights you have from church. Or it doesn't matter what you are talking about. It just matters that you and your friends' friendship, they are aligned to uncover one another's blind spots in your lives. So you add value to each other. Now, it can be hard. It can be hard as an introvert that struggles to talk to other people. You can find so much comfort in just your daily routine and just staying to yourself and not wanting to be bothered by other people, because I mean, other people can be scary, especially people who are not aligned with you. So you don't want to talk to other people. You don't want to open up to others, because being vulnerable can be very scary, because you don't know if the other person is going to disrespect you or attack you or have different beliefs than you. But it is a risk that you have to take. So you may come across as, or in a bad way to other people, when you are not social, when you are just staying in your own lane and you think you're being productive. But with the right friends, you can be so much more productive in your growth. We are not meant to just go throughout life without creating meaningful friendships and relationships. When you think about your goals, why are we doing them in the first place? Is it to, I mean, we do everything out of love. I mean, you may say, I'm doing it just to get through it, I'm doing it just to get stronger, but why are you getting stronger? A lot of guys in the gym, when they start out, they do it because they want to start attracting women and start attracting girls, because they think that muscles are going to equal getting attraction from women. I mean, that is partially true, but it's not the complete thing, the complete truth. I mean, a lot of that other truth is the social confidence and the personality that you build up by yourself with your values, morals, and friendships, and who you surround yourself with. Now, we're not meant to go throughout life without creating meaningful relationships. I've already said this, but for example, in high school, my youth pastor told us the most valuable skill that we can learn is the ability to create lasting friendships and relationships throughout our lives. Why? Because what we're chasing is love. Love for one another, connection, because that brings positive energy and positive emotion. So we want to create good memories and keep going throughout our days, because we are blessed to be in the presence of other people, especially those who are aligned with us. It's life is meant to be shared and grow, or we're supposed to grow together, basically. When you are when you are learning about how you wish to grow, You have to define your values and your morals as a man. You have to define your habits and what you value. And then once you've completed this step, you can continue with how you wish to live your life. Now, it's a discernment process. You decide, for example, for the gym, which gym split is the best for me? Is it push pull legs? Is it the Arnold split? Is it something completely different? And you have to stay consistent. Now, routine is the trap. You may be like, oh, I want to continue going to the gym and keep doing my push pull leg split. And I don't want anyone to work out with me because I don't want to interrupt my routine. But the thing that you're missing is people can help you grow and push you to push through hard sets and give you better ideas of exercises that you can do to also grow yourself. It's insights that other people are going to need to be there. But I mean, obviously, you can do insights on your own, but you get them faster and easier when you connect with other people. There's a trap when you create your own routine. You only want to do everything that you have to do by yourself. You only want to pray by yourself. You don't want to talk to other people about your faith life and the growth that you are creating. You don't want to talk to other people about the gym life and the growth that you are creating. You are closed off. But obviously, it's a phase. That's what it is. It is a phase. We are doing it all out of love, and we need to develop the social skills to be able to connect with other people. I mean, we are so egotistical in the fact that we think that we can just do everything by ourselves. And for some things, we can do it by ourselves, but it is better to do it with other people. For example, when you were in school and you didn't understand things for homework, or if you were sitting through a boring class, was it easier to just do it all by yourself, or was it easier to have friends and meet people through those classes? Those were aligned friendships when it comes to that specific class, as long as they have positive mindsets and they actually can go through hard things with you. So it's better to meet people and connect through that. The art of making friends is something that a lot of people have not figured out yet. So people get so stuck with the routines that they're just like, well, I understand that I have to be social, but I don't even know how to make friends. I don't know how to do this thing that like gives us love in life, that leads to love in life, that leads to connection, to actually be able to fulfill us, to be one of the things that fulfills us, to be able to give value to other people. I mean, there's this analogy where you have to cast out a net and then you pick your friends. It is about being selective. It is about being super selective because you want to find the people that are going to grow with you, with your insights, your and their insights. You're giving value to each other. So you talk to multiple people, you get the vibe, and you see what's going on with them. And this is where you might have to let people down slowly, or you have to define your boundaries, but you're picky. Some people might have a good vibe, but they might be terrible for your growth. Some people might have a bad vibe, but they're great for your growth. They know a lot. And some people are just bad. Try to stay away from those. But if you know that you are going to be consistent towards a goal, and someone else is going to be consistent with a goal, and you all, like, it's a stars align moment. Like, you know that you're in the same place for like a while. For example, going to the gym at 6 a.m. together, there's not that many other people there. The gym is pretty much like half empty at that moment. You see all these other guys and you talk to each other about the, like, introduce one another, like yourself, to one another in a casual conversation. You don't have to cold approach people because that can be scary. But you just say, hey, what's up? What split do you do? And then if you have like a question about like some random thing, you just have a conversation with them. But I mean, you're allowed to judge people based on their appearance for like before you go and talk to random people. So you're allowed to check out the vibe for people. You're allowed to be picky about who you wish to spend time with. And it might be awkward in the gym. And that's something a lot of people who are stuck to their routines, they don't wish to overcome. But awkwardness is inevitable. It's going to happen. And the way that you deal with that is you ignore it and you keep going on with your routine and you reap the benefits of like doing the casting a net analogy. You try to find more people who are more aligned with you, and they may not be in every single season that you were in, but when the opportunity presents itself, you wish to be social because you can connect with others and explode your growth. Now, having consistent friends that push you to be a better person helps your growth exponentially. It helps you grow exponentially. We've already discussed this. It's because of the blind spots. You give value to each other that either gives insights for blind spots that you would not see, and you grow. So plus it's just fun. Like, bro, how are you going to start a family if you don't know how to talk to people? How are you going to get a job if you don't know how to talk to people? How are you going to start a business if you don't know how to talk to people? If you don't know how to be social with other people? If you're just a hermit and you don't want to be yourself? How are you going to do anything in life if you don't talk to other people? You may be picky, you may be super picky, but here's the thing. You have to learn how to be social. There are books. I mean, there is How to Win Friends and Influence People, but that is a little bit corny. So it like teaches you to say their name like every time that you talk to them, but it's just like you don't have to do that. You kind of want to be confident, low key, and posture helps. Sitting up straight, but not like you don't have to be way too straight when you're talking to people, but it's just like it helps out. So having a good attitude helps as well. Having a good work ethic, showing up to places consistently, just keep putting in the work. A lot of it is putting in the work and being consistent and being strong in your own values to connect to other people who will help you grow. And some people will drag you down, but it's up to you to cut them off and to be like, look, I value my growth as a person. I value my growth in these habits that I'm taking. I value my growth in also being social. So if you are going to like cut one of those, like just get people away from you who are going to like decrease your growth when it comes to both your habits and being social. You cut off people. That's what you do. You don't help your growth. Because what are we doing for growth anyway? We're trying to become successful young men. We're not trying to be complacent and stagnant in college in his life. We're not trying to be, or just outside of college, we're not trying to be complacent and stagnant. Not at all. You define your values and you ruthlessly work and be consistent towards them. And you're going to have off days. You're going to get beaten down. You're going to have bad social interactions that make you like have shower thoughts for like an hour, and you're just going to be like, why did I say that random weird awkward thing? That's going to happen. That's how you grow. And school doesn't teach this, but failure is how you grow. The more that you reflect on your failures and not ruminate on them and not loom over them, the more that you can be like, okay, now we know what we did and it was wrong. Now we can bounce back and do something else and try that. And then you just keep going until something explodes and works. Because we are humans. We are designed for social connection in the very end. That's how we create families. It's how we talk to one another. It's how like countries trade with one another as well. It's all built on good relationships. So thank you for your time.